Welcome to Leading the Follower with your host, Rebecca Benston. Good morning. It's me, Rebecca Benston, with Leading the Follower. And I have made it back to you on Monday. I'm just as surprised as anyone. Today has been a very challenging Monday, to say the least, but I think I'm going to be able to get through it. So I decided to stop in and share a little bit while I had a minute. First of all, though, I want to remind you to stop by the Higher Ground Books and Media website and take a look at our shop, sign up for our newsletter, and to be on our mailing list. And as a site member, you will be able to participate in our forum, and that's where we have our prayer requests and praise report section. You can always share over there. We're really trying to get that going and haven't really had much participation yet, but hopefully we'll get the word out and people will start using that, because it's nice to see praise reports. And of course, we would love to have the opportunity to pray for you. So you can leave your prayer requests on there once you've signed up to be a site member. Let's see, we've got lots of great books in the shop, and I think today is the last day. I think today's the last day of the free shipping. If not, we've got some other things coming up later in the week that you might want to take a look at as far as sales, and that information will be released on our social media in a few days. So, so keep an eye out for that. What I wanted to talk about today is a little bit about what I was frustrated with this morning. I know that everybody gets mad. Everybody has days where they're just angry for no reason, or maybe they have a reason, I don't know. But some days just seem to be a lot harder than others, and it's very hard to keep a positive attitude and to not be angry, after you put in the effort and you keep putting in the effort and you keep putting in the effort, and there's still no real change in the situation. It's easy to get very frustrated and start to question, why do I even bother doing this? Why am I continuing? But I found, and the reason I thought about this today was I was really struggling to get through my 15 minutes on the treadmill today. And I know 15 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, because it isn't. It isn't a lot, but right now that's what I'm able to do. And I'm doing good to be able to get there to do that. So, but I'm very frustrated with the fact that just a few years ago, I was able to go to the gym and spend a little over a half an hour and stay on the treadmill maybe 20 minutes to 25 minutes, then get on the bike for 10 minutes and then do some other stuff around there. And it was getting easier and easier because I'd been doing that, 5 days a week and making sure that I was pretty consistent in it. And then for whatever reason, as everything shut down and, everybody was afraid of getting sick, and you couldn't go out in public because of all the COVID nonsense. It just became more unbearable to go out and see all of it. So I didn't go. And, the longer you stay home, the easier it gets to stay home and not do the things you need to do. And so getting back into it, I kind of tried to jump back in, maybe a couple years ago, but only got as far as maybe going 2 or 3 times a week, and I couldn't get any momentum together. Then I would get sick, or I would have an injury or something stupid that would, lead me just to stay home some more, or my schedule didn't quite work out for it. And so I had a lot of frustration around the whole idea of trying to go and get that exercise in. But I made a promise about, a month and a half ago. I said, I've got to get back in and start doing the stuff that I used to do. I have to at least get back up to where I was before, because I'm getting older and I don't want to be in bad shape for the rest of my life. I would prefer to go in a better direction rather than, have my health get worse and have to deal with that on top of the mental stress and the emotional stress that I have anyway. So, um, but today, for some reason, I just was really struggling just to get up and get out the door, and in the time that I had before work, make that happen, get that 15 minutes in. And as it always is on days like today, there were many, many little challenges along the way to get there. Traffic, and there was a train, and there was no parking, and it was just very frustrating because I have a limited amount of time that I can do this in the morning. So I was really, angry and kind of on a tear in my mind. I was ranting about how much I hated what was going on and everything. And then I thought about it and I said, back in 2007, I was recovering from an injury that could have killed me. I had gone in to have a heart cath, and it didn't go the way that it was supposed to go. I actually bled out, and I think I bled a third of my body's blood into my leg, and was not able to walk for several months because of it. I was hospitalized for a couple of days. I ended up having to have a blood transfusion, and I was in a lot of pain. Um, and during that time, I was down and couldn't get out and do anything. And I remember after I recovered from that, after several months had passed and I was cleared to drive again and everything, I remember thinking how grateful I was just to be able to go and get a job where I could be up on my feet and working and doing things, because I worked at the library at that time. Um, and I thought, just about a year into it, I looked back and I said, last year I wasn't even able to do this. I wasn't able to be here at all. And God made it so that I could. And so today I did, I remembered the same type of a thing. There have been times when I've not been able to do as much, and God has gradually brought me back to where I could get in better shape than where I was before. But I have to get over the hurdles myself in order to allow him to do the healing that I need to break through that. And sometimes I forget that. So that's where my frustration was today. I may only be doing 15 minutes a day right now, but in a year, I'm hoping to look back and see that I'm, doing twice as much, and it's twice as easy as it was today. But I really have to stop feeding myself the negative statements and remember where I've been and how God has brought me over the different hurdles that I have encountered in various periods of my life. I know He always comes through, and um, I know that the devil would like nothing more than for me to be angry at God for the progress I'm not making. Um, it's not that God hasn't given me the resources to do it, and it's not that He hasn't given me the information to do it. It's just that I'm so weighed down with other things that are trying to keep me from doing it that I haven't yet found my strength and figured out how to push through. so so that's where I was at today, just thinking about all the times where I had been down and thought I would never come out of it, and just how much further I am now than I was at that point in my life. So if you're going through a period of time where things are difficult, think back to where you were just a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. Think back to the significant time in your life when you were able to turn it around and make a change and step in the right direction. And remember that that is always a possibility, no matter where you're starting from. That's all I have for you today. I hope that you have a great Monday and that the rest of your week is good and productive. And I hope that you can get back on track if you've been knocked off balance a bit. Try to have a great week. And I will be back with you on Friday. God bless. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to check out our website and blog. The blog is at www.leading-the-follower.com. Thanks and God bless.